Hello everyone, we're here today for Bside's games in the World Cup. How are you, Bside?
Good. Hi everyone. Yeah, this is about the games we played against, I think they're called Middle Europe and Lower Balkans or something like that.
Yeah.
But they already showed one game with Doles, and this is then me against Azmodai.
Alright, great. So we're going to do it the same way we did with Doles. Bside shared the replays in his lodge, and we're gonna go through them one by one and try and analyze what went well and what went wrong, what decisions are good, what decisions are bad. Let's see, let's go into this.
Alright, so first game I thought, okay, I start with Vulkan because I had the worst feeling with Vulkan. So my warlords are Vulkan, I'm completely confused, Perturabo, and Ahriman. So it's kind of diverse. It's alright. And his are Lion, and I was really afraid of Lion. I'll press OK here. I was really afraid of Lion, so I tuned the deck a little bit towards Lion.
So how did you take it? How do you take it?
Well, for like Edict was anyway a given thing, but I did bring like a little bit of jam in, like this troop, and now I already have 2 jams in hand, which this early doesn't really do that much. But it's alright. Can be a decent start, and obviously I got a bit lucky with Edict because I already had a feeling that Edict might be good for might be very important for this matchup.
Yeah, so ideally you want to play Edict after you play the Hammer Vulkan, so that he doesn't have his Hexagram turn. He can play only one thing, each and every turn, and you can kill it with the Hammer. The issue in this matchup is that if he plays Hexagram, then you can only kill one thing, and your HP starts to go down very quickly. So that's the main issue. Motorshed looks like a good draw.
Yeah, I put Mordecai in because I thought like maybe he has there's a variant where there's a lot of buff. I mean, it didn't last very long, but there's a variant where there is a lot of buff in this Lion deck. This is not the one he's playing apparently, but I thought Mordecai would be good because then you can put the buffed pieces back in hand and you just chill. So here I get my Ultra Cool on the 6 energy turn, so it's 7 energy, I can use it next round, and that's really good because now it's exactly what you said. I have the Hammer and I have Edict, but I gave up a little bit of the 6 energy round. I didn't do a lot, so
yeah.
Well,
but the Hammer is here to do exactly compensate for the loss of tempo the turn before, so it's great. I guess you trade there? Yes, you do. Alright, so if you can play that Edict of Censor, and the Hammer should give you the tempo to do just that, you should be in a very decent spot here.
Yeah, exactly. So I was a little bit like, okay, this is going alright. Now he did this, and I was a little bit like, okay, he hasn't actually played anything he needs to play for his Hexa, because he needs to play one of each wing, and he only has a Dread Wing played right now. So
yeah.
I thought, okay, I'll just actually bring some board and see what happens.
Could you pause there for a second? Because I think that a couple of things to say here. So, the 2 things I want to analyze is, first, it's Melgator, and second, why didn't you play Edict? So, as for the Melgator, it seems weird, especially given the fact that Vulkan has a lot of medium cost of starters that can get bounced. I'm thinking of Epistolary, the 3/3 Survivor 3, or this one, the 3/5 with Survivor 2. But the thing is, Lion prefers to get back his Deathwing Companion on Hexagram. It's much better than Ramiel. It buffs the other 2 things, it's just a much bigger troop on its own. So that's the reason why he didn't want his Ramiel to die. And yeah, so it wasn't that much about dealing 4 damage more with the Warmiel. It was just about saving his life, for making sure that the Hexagonauton brings back more Deathwing companions. And second, why didn't play Edict of Sanctuary? It's basically the way you said it. There is no rush. If you can delay your Edict, you usually should. What I mean is that when you're playing against Unground or Perturabo, you can't really afford to delay that Edict of Censure. It is one and single best card you can play. But here, in such a matchup, where tempo matters a lot, it's actually very good to just play your troops when you can. If you play the Edict there, then he would have just gone Deathwing Companions and you would still have 7-8, and he might top the Hexagonauton, and it sucks. But here, since you play that troop, he's forced to just play Ramiel on his turn 9. So he hasn't played Deathwing Companion yet. He hasn't played, as you said, any Ravenwing. So it's a bad Hexagonauton. So there's no rush playing that Edict himself, because Hexagonauton is the one and only tactic we truly want to get rid of.
Exactly. And my hand is also full of tactics, so I don't want to kill all of those either.
Exactly.
Like just for nothing. So only if it's really needed. So yeah. But we can continue. I mean, it was maybe not so good playing this Vulkan squad, because I knew he had this guy, and I knew he could just pretty much kill it with 1 more damage. Which is exactly.
Yeah, but in a sense, if he does that, then he just plays troops, so that Edict is gonna be more deadly for him next turn.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it was an alright move.
Yeah, I like it. More troops. So you're probably going to play Ashen Bones and Edict this turn, I guess. Except if you do something very good. That is something very good. Oh, it's getting laggy.
Okay.
I still have the hammer, so yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I still had the hammer, and then I thought, okay, I can clean board, and I can bring this guy out. And then he did this.
Feels weird.
Is super forced, and also he should have, like, if he wouldn't have wanted to do that, he should have put the damage from the tank on any other unit.
Yeah.
But now I know, okay, I need to play Edict now. There's no way. I just can't do anything else.
Yeah.
He really forced that, but it worked really. So he has 2 cards left. One is his Reckoning. So he has 1 card.
Yeah, what did you think of playing the stun here so that he can't refill his hand and just use your Warlord ability? Because also it's not a card you're really interested in drawing back. That's
I think that would have been better, but I didn't think that far. I was a little bit hyped, probably.
Okay. Yeah. I did so many mistakes in my matches that I can't blame anyone for making any mistake. It's a very small one whatsoever.
It's a good thing to say that. I mean, this was, in general, this is scary, right? 9/9 on there, but since he doesn't have anything, I thought, okay, I bring out the troop. I really don't take the damage.
Yeah.
With the group, and you could take the damage, but then I would be down to pretty low. And I also could have taken the ability, but I wanted to have some board. You can't really do this so much right now.
Yeah, you're both very low on cards, and he can draw, you can't. I mean, except if you get some good teachings, which you can. You can get them. Yeah, this one is very good. Could you relaunch the screen sharing after this match? After this match,
yeah,
that's fine.
We'll do that. Sorry about that.
I don't know. It's probably not your fault. That's weird.
I think he felt a bit desperate here, but I don't know why he did that, especially because he can't trigger.
Yeah, and you do have lethal now.
Yeah. Just gave up.
Yeah, you had 12. You had 2 more. Alright, so that's the first game. So you,
so I had was a bit of luck, but also a little bit of reading what he was gonna do.
Yeah.
I'll restart. I'll come back in our screen share. This is so next matchup was Ahriman, and he played his line again.
All right.
And this is actually a matchup I had practiced with Gmad, who is like a really good line player in MC. So that was very helpful that we had played this before. But I don't know why, but I wanted a troop in my hand, and I didn't. I mean, all this other stuff kind of put away.
Yeah. And do you really want to make a trick about in this matchup?
Probably not, but I wanted to have some troop to have a little bit of pressure.
Yeah, I'm always kind of tempted in the matchup to just throw those cabals away and just hope I can get supply lines or abundant supplies. Or on Marshall, or whatever.
Yeah. This was also like, so I played Jubak. Jubak is always good. And then it gets Forbidden Protocols, which is nice, but I still need to find all the ingredients.
Yeah, but it's very good. Yeah, it's still very good steel. And you don't go for the patterns of IT. Okay, wow. Could you explain that?
I was thinking like I should have done that, but I also, when I played with Gmad, he said you can see what he pulls when he pulls troops. And so this was a Raven Wing just now.
Yeah.
So actually activated all the effects and everything to actually see that, because before I couldn't because I didn't play with animations.
Yeah, you need to.
And then here it was kind of shit, but it had Nostromo. Nostromo, I thought I had, okay, there will be a moment, there will be a moment when he has his companions out, and I can just keep them there for a turn, because that's, again, the secret to getting rid of the Hexagrammaton danger, to not have units die that he needs to die.
Okay.
So I was a little bit like, could work, could not work.
So you go for the Deathwing Protocol?
What is it?
You go for the Deathwing Protocol?
Well, yes, but because I thought everything else was also shit.
I was thinking maybe the tank was good since you stole the Forbidden Protocols. The good thing with the Deathwing Protocol is that you can, just play pain to the ass. Oh, actually, you went... Oh.
And here I made a giant mistake. This was a giant mistake, obviously.
Yeah.
Because you should do everything with troops that have the quests before you play troops, especially ones like this one.
Yeah.
Well, c'est la vie.
C'est la vie. Exactly, life happens. Okay, that was a good one.
Yeah, I knew I could bring. I don't know if I should have. Actually, I'm not the best Ahriman player. I don't know if I should have pre-cocked him.
Well, he still has his. Does he have his own Deathwing Protocol still? The one you stole? I mean, the one you copied?
That's a good question. I think he still has it, yeah. Or did he use it? Now I'm confused right now. I think... that I just play something, and it's also 3-3, which is better than when it's 2-2.
Yeah.
But the buff didn't really go to where I wanted it to go.
Yeah. So I kind of think you're in a hurry in this matchup. You need to kill him quickly. I saw you not attack a couple turns. I do think it's maybe a slight mistake too. But like here, it's excellent. That Sabotage plus Nostromo is so great, because now he doesn't have any front line anymore.
Yeah, exactly. And both his Deathwings are out. He can't really do anything with them. And then I get like a very lucky Isako Or.
Yeah.
As well, because he will help me tremendously later on.
Yeah, it's basically 2 turns in a row where he can't do anything with his troops.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's already at 10 energy. I mean, this was also lucky that it hit the.
Yeah, you hit the face twice in a row. Oh yeah, so yeah, the matchup still looks very rough actually. So as you can see, you did manage to get a very lucky crucial choice, and you also got the sabotage for the Deathwing Companion, which both seemed quite mandatory, I would say, because here if he can attack, then he has 11, 13, and one with just one such thing, or one Lexicon of Glory, he can kill you. So yeah, it's still a kind of close game. Oh, that's a very good turn deck. But yeah,
I already had lethal even without the Warlord being able to attack.
Yeah.
Then I had like a good, but I didn't have Edict in this game.
Yeah.
He could have killed me without Edict here, or without Hexagrammaton. But I got a little bit. There was a little luck involved, and I probably could have played it better, as you said, with a few more attacks.
Oh yeah, the only thing I see are 3 more attacks. I would have personally gone for the tank, I think, but like this was probably better. Your choice was probably better. Yeah, the Pensidas things, but life happens, and Pensidas isn't that mandatory in this matchup whatsoever, so it's not that big of a mistake. Like it's not as if you had it die against a Corswain, for example. Your HP didn't quite matter in the end.
Yeah, and but still, I mean, it's something that he would have had to deal with, and it gives you more psi energy. So it would have. I mean, it would have been nicer. That was a real misplay by me.
Yeah.
But still. So in the last match, I mean, I won now 2, which was really great because actually in the World Cup I hadn't won like a single match. It was always 1-2 against me, so I was really super happy. But I had to play Perturabo, so I was thinking, okay, what can he bring? But he only had Khârn and Alpha Legionnaire, and at Lion still available. Let's go in the game.
Oh yeah, Alpha Legion is scary when you play Perturabo.
Yeah.
And that's what he decides to go for.
Yeah. So I don't know. I could have done other things, but I thought like he has so many troops with 3 attack. I keep this. And I don't know what's going to happen. This Horus is always good, I find.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Second one, and it's not really a hand you want to start with, I think. It's Perturabo, but it's not that bad.
Yeah, you always like to have some draw or drilling sites early on. So I'm not entirely sure about that Watcher squad, but it's still a good thing to have. Yeah, also Super Firepower is definitely a great card. Alright, this is good. So yeah, the reason why this matchup is so bad for Perturabo is that Perturabo relies on his ability to deal damage to the enemy wall to burn him, and your opponent can just Alpha Legion can just perma-stun you. Like, your hand is often gonna be full, and with these dudes, many times you can stun. With the 3/3 Astartes, you can also stun. Lambda Thunderhawk, it's another stun. And there has to be a couple others I'm not thinking about. Like, you could even play the Instrument of Perturabo, but just to buy yourself one more turn. And the thing is also, you should run 2 one of many's. And that thing heals you for 5. If you get a Farius, it's another 5 healing, maybe even 10 if you can make the game go on. If you get Exodus, then it's also another turn of stealth, which Perturabo might. And if you're concealed, then Perturabo might not be able to just to shoot you. So yeah, there are many good defensive options you can have.
Exactly. So. Yeah, and the one turn, like a few turns ago, and it worked out. I played the drilling side just to play one of these Horus squads, because if you have only 5 cards, you don't get stunned by that one troop.
Yeah.
And here, I mean, he plays this is also really scary. Right now I can't do anything against it.
I mean, you can play Firebomb, but it's not that juicy.
Yeah. Exactly. I was already calculating Viral Bomb and the counter attack here, but I can't play the counter attack first. And now this happens.
Oh.
And I was really like, okay, I'm really fucked. And then this happens.
Oh, good draw.
Yeah, really, really good draw. I mean, it was like the game was really saying like, okay, fuck you to everyone or something. That's okay to say on stream here.
It's fine.
That worked out for me, and then obviously I pull a Contrador here, which is like, it was really a nice turn for me.
And Alexis Nebula. And here kinda praying for either Arvus Lighter or Draining Sight, so just you can go double mortar. Or you go Viral Bomb. Yeah.
Yeah, I go Viral Bomb here. Not sure if that was the right move.
Oh yeah, definitely. If you could play both Mortal Strike, then it was probably slightly better. But since you can't, it's better to play that one Viral Bomb, especially when you can't use your World ability.
Yeah.
Oh, now you're pretty close.
So it was actually pretty close, and now he does that.
Oh yeah.
Now,
yeah.
Like, he plays the Harrowing, which I think is an okay move because it does 7 damage. But he doesn't have anything on board, and now I got very lucky because I have these 2 Mortar Strikes you already talked about before.
Oh yeah, and that's why it was all the better to play the Viral Bombs the turn before, because Mortar Strike are great until the turn he hides.
Well, hindsight is 20/20, so I can't really say that. And here I only play the counter attack because he's already pretty low, and I have a Contrador, and I want to be under 5 cards.
Yeah.
But he plays the he stuns me. Doesn't help him that much because I have the Contrador.
You have the Contrador. And so you manage to get a 3-0. Great job.
I did. Yes. And it was actually really necessary because we were already leading. So you showed Dole's game. And I don't know if you're going to show the game from Whis. Are you going to show the game from Whis?
I don't have them, unfortunately.
Okay, so I only got a glimpse of the last game, and he won 9-0 as well. So at the end of the match actually was 18-15 for us, but it's as close as possible, even though I won.
Okay, yeah. Midnight lost. Okay.
Midnight lost all games, which he's really super stable, but he wasn't happy with the matchups.
Whis, from what I know from Whis, he's a very inconsistent player. Sometimes he'll play excellently well, and sometimes he'll just play terribly. And I guess for the World Cup, he can manage to get in that Super Saiyan mood, where he's a very scary opponent. So it doesn't surprise me that much that he can manage to get 3-0 against such a player. So, I mean, a player as good as Midnight is. Midnight is a veteran, and Whis doesn't trust the higher spot in the ladders because he's inconsistent, I think. But like when he really wants to focus, he can be a very damn good player. So scary opponent.
No, it was a very they streamed it in our lodge, so I could see I just asked them if I could join for the last game, so I can't even tell anything. And they were like, yeah, it's okay. And then it was a beatdown. And I was happy that we had already kind of gotten the win. But yeah, that's it. Thanks a lot for going through that with me, Albert.
I mean, thank you a lot for joining me here today, Bside. I'm glad we didn't have that many issues. Sometimes it wasn't as smooth as I was hoping it would be, but like I think the quality should be fine for this one. These were very interesting matches. You played them excellently. Thank you for sharing your insights with us.
For sure. I hope we can do this again for another match.
Yeah, sure. We'll do that again for the next rounds, I think. So I'll see you everyone in the video later. Stay tuned for the One Day One Legion challenge, which is still ongoing, and see you for more World Cup matches. Have a good one.